Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I wanted to do a review for the open reading book by Dr.Yoav Ben Dov and to the CBD Tarot de Marseille by Dr.Yoav Ben Dov, which is based on the Conver deck. I have to say, first of all, I will start with the book. I have to say that this is one of the best books on tarot, and I highly recommend this book for beginners and also for advanced tarot readers. And it does not matter in which system you are working in, whether you are working in Crowley, in Marseille, or in Rider-Waite-Smith. It does not matter. This is a must-have book to have because it shows you the basics of tarot, and I really enjoyed that book. So as you can see, my book is in Hebrew, but you have of course also an English version. You can find it in Amazon, I think, and it's not really pricey. So I have to say that this is my working book. I have notes here. I'm like, this is my desk book. It's always next to me. I have marks here, and I'm working a lot with this book. So anyways, you have of course the interpretations of the major arcana, and you also have the interpretations of the minor arcana. Now, regarding the minor arcana, you actually have a good basis for understanding the Tarot de Marseille. This is what you have about each card. I mean, it's not a lot of information, but you know, there is no like interpretation to the Marseille deck, and Yoav Ben Dov's information is a really good basis for you. Like, it's a really good skeleton that you can have your own progress and have your own interpretations. So this book is a really must-have, especially if you're working in the Marseille system. So what else can I say, because I don't want to forget anything. Also, I want to mention that Yoav Ben Dov is a student of Alejandro Jodorowsky. I personally still did not read Jodorowsky's book, and Ben Dov is saying that he's his student, and probably a lot of information is based on Jodorowsky's teachings. Now, Dr. Yoav Ben Dov is an Israeli physicist. Unfortunately, he already passed away. Imagine how much knowledge can we have today if he will not pass away, but this is life. And this is basically his deck. So I purchased the book and the deck years ago, and I was like, you know, it was on my shelf. And then when I started to have interest in the Marseille, I just could not had enough of this book, and I really fell in love with this deck. So basically his deck is a restoration of the Conver original deck. And he also wanted to stay original, and he kept all the weirdness that was in the Conver deck. He did not wanted to change all the weirdness that the original deck had. So he kept that. But he changed a little bit the appearance of the faces. He gave them a more softer look. He did not wanted to keep the melancholic, depressive look that they had. But overall, he really kept original, and he did I think, a wonderful job. This is a very great deck. And also, he did not gave his own interpretation to the cards. I mean, this is very original. He did not like changed something in a radical way. He did not put some symbols that he's thinking that they should be there. Like, he kept this very, very true to the original. So I will show to you each of the cards. If you're interested, just have a look. I personally really enjoy this deck. I really like this deck. It's very simple, clean, and when you are getting used to the Marseille system, you're starting to really like the artwork. And I also think that it's really pretty that he left, I mean, that he made the faces more, you know, approachable, more softer, less depressive. Also, I want to mention that, of course, Tarot de Marseille can be very intimidating with the peep cards because there is no scenery here, there is nothing that is going on here. But believe me, after you're starting to study this deck, this system, you're getting used to that. And it's not so scary as it seems. You're starting to understand the differences between the wands and the swords, which are more difficult here. I really like the court cards in the Marseille system. Now we have the cups. And you know, if you're looking closely to the peep cards, there is a scenery going on. You can interpret it in a very interesting way. There is always something going on in the peep cards. I have like a problem with the cup suit. They are so depressive. I have a depression, and every time that I have those cup suit. Here we have the wands. Usually people are confused between the wands and the swords. But the wands, they are straight, and the swords have curved sword. Here we have the swords. You see, they have those curved swords, so you can get used to that. So this is the back of the cards. The cards are very silky and smooth. They are shuffling very well. I like that. They're shuffling very easily. You have no problems. And also what I like about this deck, that it is a bit smaller than your Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And especially for people who don't like big decks as I, because I have small hands, this is a very convenient deck. This is your Rider-Waite-Smith, and this is the CBD. You see, a bit smaller, and every time that a deck is smaller, for me, is very good. So those are the cards. The quality is really good, of course. They're silky and smooth. They are a bit thin, but it's very convenient to shuffle. And of course, the book is one of the best books. It's a very good book. I highly recommend for you to read that. As I told you, it does not matter in which system you're working. Just read this book. It will give you a lot of insight, a lot of information. Like for me, I feel that this book is the basis for tarot world in general. The basis, because it's very simple, it's very straightforward. There is no water here. It is very easy to read, and of course you have this in English. And for me, this is one of the books that are always present near me, especially in recent times, because I started to have a lot of interest in the Marseille system. So what can I tell to you more? It has, it has even the history of the cards here. It is telling to you how to shuffle the cards and what is going to happen in the consultation. Like, he gives you a lot of clues. He gives you a lot of information. How to, the process itself, how to read the cards. I think it is very interesting. And what else? Also, you have here information about numerology that you can utilize with the cards, because Tarot de Marseille is basically working with numerology, with numbers. This is how you can interpret the pips. What else? Also, you have here explanation of the colors, of the figures, what they're doing. The left is the past, the right is the future. We're also noticing what the character is doing, where the character is looking, like to the future or to the past, where is she going. This is very interesting. Also, you have information about what they're wearing, whether they're nude or not. This is very interesting. You can also utilize this to, I think, any system. So, what else? I just want to see that I did not forget anything. And of course, you have your information about the majors and about the pip cards. Also, he's talking about soft and hard suits. Like, it is very based on the plain cards, the Marseille system. And this is very interesting. Like, the pentacles, the coins and the cups are more softer, and the wands and the swords are more like tougher and serious suits. He also gives you some spread that you can do. And you have here also explanation about each of the aces. And of course, the court cards. So basically, this is the book. This is a very nice book, a very nice deck. So I hope this video helped you in some way. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram on magicalkey666.